Welcome back to the Culture Friends YouTube channel. My name is Garrett, and today I'm bringing you a review/thoughts video for The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2, entitled The Passenger. After the excellent premiere of this second season, we have a second episode where I have a little bit of mixed feelings with it. Some of it works and some of it doesn't. It's very weird. Overall, I think the episode is fine. So let's just jump right into it. For me, Amy Sedaris' character in this episode seemed to be written very differently than previous episodes that she's in. For example, she's very deceitful for good intentions, so Frog Lady can be able to get to a different planet where her husband is so they can save their spawn and species and whatnot. So it makes sense why she does it, but she's actively deceiving a friend. And that's not something you should do, so it was just weird. I think she also acts not too great this episode. I'm not sure if it was the direction. I like her in other episodes, like the previous one. She's great in that, very funny. She's the bright spot in episode 5 of season 1. So to see the character go this route was very weird. The big topic for this episode, I feel like, is Baby Yoda, or the child. I'm gonna keep referring to him as the child. The child eats so many damn eggs in this episode. It's really weird. At the end, he just like pulls one out of fucking nowhere. Like, does he have like little pockets in his little thing? It's cute, but it also is like, hey, those are the eggs of Frog Lady's last of her species. Like, don't eat her eggs. And he keeps doing it, and it's cute and all. And then he eats a fucking spider. Nasty. But I want to talk about why I think he's eating so much. Firstly, this could be like a Hellbound situation, the 1994 Chuck Norris film, where Chuck Norris' character doesn't let his partner eat any food through the entire movie. He's hungry so many times in the movie. It's so weird. Calvin Jackson needs food, and the child apparently needs food. Is the Mandalorian not feeding him on their travels? I feel like the only other time we've ever seen the child eat is when he's holding his bowl of soup. Any other time, action is too important. And I mean, stuff can happen off screen if it's to the significance that the child is eating everything possible in sight. Something's a little off. I mean, unless the child is going through metamorphosis and he's gonna wrap himself up in a cocoon and go from a baby Yoda to like a teenage toddler adult Yoda, I don't know why he's eating so much. It's very, very weird and very disconcerting as to how the Mandalorian is taking care of the child. Maybe we need to get some child protection services involved, because some shit needs to get figured out. I do think this episode is filmed well. The best shot, hands down, has to be when they're in space and the X-Wings go from like their flat to the X position, and you just see it in the background. The depth in that shot of, like, you have like Mandalorian in front, middle section is the X-Wing, back is the vastness of space. It's endless depth to a shot that I really enjoy. The shift in tone for when it starts moving and you know shit's gonna go down, so good. It was so abrupt and tonally perfect in that moment. I really enjoyed that spot. I think the spiders, for some reason, every franchise needs to have a giant spider, which is fine. You can have that kind of spider alien and everything. It was just cool to see it in every single possible state. You had it as a little baby inside of an egg, then the eggs hatch all at the same time, which is terrifying. And then you have them ranging in different sizes. So huge. Do you think the spiders just constantly inbreed? So there's just going to be genetic defects after genetic defects after genetic defects. Is that just me? Am I weird? I'm weird. Right? I'm weird. Pacing-wise, though, this episode just kind of drags on. It starts out great with what's happening in Tatooine, and then it's a slow decline. Sure, stuff is happening, but it's not as thrilling or in-depth character-wise as the previous episode. That was a very, very good episode of television. This is just mediocre. It's fine. Jenny Nicholson made a video a while back where she's going through a fan fiction that's basically like Kylo Ren and Rey and everything. And in that book, they bring up snakes. And she goes off on them about bringing up snakes.
Not like the one that coils itself into knots inside me, like a pit of snakes right now. Snakes! Snakes are canon! Hold on a second. Snakes! Snakes confirmed. I just truly feel at this point like snakes are the only constant in my life.
So now, because of The Mandalorian, we know that frogs exist in the world of Star Wars. But how do they fucking know what frogs are? Like, I was fine with them calling the Great Dragon a dragon. It's not like a dragon with wings. So it was fine, you can change words there. But if they know what a frog is, and the production team and everything designs this alien like a frog to where it jumps like a frog, it has a tongue that shoots out to get things. Why? Why not call it something different? Why not be more original? Why take something from Earth and put it in a galaxy far, far away where most likely frogs wouldn't exist? If they called the spider aliens a fucking spider, I was gonna lose my mind. Same with the ant alien, though I think that's fully practical. That was fucking cool. He's dope. Or she, or it. I presumed a gender. I'm sorry. It just confuses me where the canon of Star Wars fits and where they're just plucking things out from stuff we know on Earth so things make narrative sense. You could have called Frog Lady any other alien. Make any sort of alien name. Frogs don't need to exist in the world of Star Wars. They shouldn't have stuff that's on Earth. And I know, like, I'm harping on it, but the world that George Lucas created isn't supposed to be about Earth. These aren't humans. They look like people, but they're not humans. In the sense that they're not Homo sapiens. Could they be, like, evolved? Well, it was a long, long time ago. I don't know. That's just my big issue with the episode, is just that she's a frog lady and that a frog exists. It's very nitpicky, it's very dumb, but when you make it canon, you need to stick to your canon and not bring Earth stuff into it. Cutest child moments of the episode, of course, him eating the eggs. When he's watching the dragon meat being eaten, that was really cute. Lots of very Funko Pop figure-esque things that they do in this episode for the child. I do like that what the Mandalorian did in the previous season, the good actions he did in the 6th episode, they are coming back, and that's why the X-Wing people leave him alone. It's narratively good. It makes sense. And I did fairly enjoy this episode. It's not bad. It's not episode 5 from season 1. It's not as high action as the first episode of the season. We're just making our way through the plot. It's early in the season. Plot heavy stuff will happen later in the season. I do want to know where Boba Fett is. Do we have to go back to Tatooine at some point? Is he following the Mandalorian? I don't know. We saw him at the end of the first episode, and there's no indication of what he's up to in the second. So, those are my thoughts on The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2, called The Passenger. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about the episode. If you liked this video, give it a like if you want to see more. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye! I called Frog Lady Gecko Lady, because she looked like a gecko to me for a long time. Even though she had, like, that weird, like, pulsating thingy on her. I don't know what that was, but like it was weird, cool practical stuff. I hope the ant was practical. If the ant wasn't practical, like holy shit, the digital effects in this episode were top notch then. Also, go blue! We did it!